everything muted.
Mm.
Good morning, lotus flowers. Pink, beautiful, blossoming lotus flowers. So if
Morning,
you
everybody.
if you heard me the other day, I was alone. Joe was in the chat, I didn't realize, but I was alone. And I did look a lot like Alice Cooper, so I just want to apologize very quickly about that. Because I had a lot of makeup on. I was crying. I was like, no, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. I'm crying more today, though. But we just wanted to come on, gossip a little bit. Joe has some gossip I think he's gonna start with. And it you can't even
The
share, Joe.
mayoral,
Joe's driving to work, by the way.
right? Well, we there's a news story that a mayoral candidate, he's a, you know, we know what kind of who he is. His name's Daniel Chavez, but they were having some kind of meeting, and of course they had all the staff members
It's
attending
a
and all and
Mexic
everything.
some kind of Mexico association.
Yeah, I
I
can't
remember
remember.
you saying something a board of Mexican association. I'm like, what the hell? I don't know. Anyhow, go on. I
For
might
the
have
state.
misheard,
It's
but
for the state. It's a government program for the state.
oh,
But
okay.
anyways, I think every state does it. But anyways, they were leaving the meeting, and he twice he grabbed his one of his staffers' butt, squeezed it twice. So she turned him in, and this thing is pending since July. How convenient, right?
Since July.
Since July, that's when this happened. So it's just, can't believe that, man. It's just wild.
What's more ridiculous to me, Joe, is the last live. I've been doing a couple of lives alone. Like I did one in the middle of the night the other day. I don't think you got around to watching it, but I talked about literally talked about getting grabbed in the butt. It's like you didn't watch it, did you?
Um, I don't know if I did or not.
I didn't think you did. I didn't think you did. You see?
I might have.
Mm, It doesn't matter still, even if you, I don't think you did, but even if you did, what are the chances that something so similar comes out in the paper in your, what do you call your paper over there? I don't even know.
The Albuquerque Journal.
The Albuquerque Journal. Go figure. I just can't stop with the coincidences. So he's touched a couple of ladies, any guys that we know of, because that seems
I
to
know,
exist.
right?
That really does seem to exist. Good morning, friends.
No,
Good
we had,
morning, everyone.
you remember Bill Richardson. Everybody remembers that guy. He was, he went and brokered a couple of deals that got a couple of people free. He was also an ambassador. Can't remember um, to what country he was an ambassador to, but
I
he was
don't.
he was a mean son of a bitch. He was uh he was in a car with somebody else, and they were in a crash, and they wrecked into the car, and he tried to blame the other guy, but they took off. He took off from the scene of the crime. These people are nasty people, man. I don't care. Just don't like them. Just don't like them.
I gotta. Right.
Do whatever they
I'm
want.
not. I'm really not sure who you're talking about, but I really don't know. I can't. Some of it sounds familiar, but I gotta grind to with right now with the Trump administration for allowing Trump to say the shit about the Tylenol. At first, I didn't like it. I didn't. I was like, when he was saying it, I was crying because this is what I've been waiting for. Um, for people to stop hurting our babies, the babies,
Yeah.
you know. But honestly, what the administration just did, or Q, or whoever planned it, was hurt children. You just hurt a ton of fucking children. How could
Babies
you
are old.
allow Trump to tell liberals not to do something? Daddy Trump, what happens when daddy tells their teenagers no, or the
They do
young
it for
kids
him.
no?
They
Do they
do it
not
for him
rebel?
every
That was
time.
the stupidest thing. And I was thinking it while he was saying it. I'm like, why not just RFK or just, no, the administration probably thought, oh, Trump will look good saying this. But you hurt the babies. That's the priority. I'm sorry, that was so foolish. And I knew it when they were saying it. Just like I knew Charlie Kirk's death was fake. It's not funny that these liberal, I don't care what the fucking parents believe. That's an unborn child. Republicans, Americans, you can't laugh when the baby might get hurt. Now,
It's
you know how
dumb.
many people are thinking shit? Okay, Tylenol was created in 1955. How many times did maybe not my generation's parents or Joe's generation's parents, but younger than us? Yeah. Yeah. They someone my age absolutely would take a Tylenol like candy. And a pregnant woman wouldn't think twice. Oh my God, my back aches. What can I do? The doctor says, well, just lay down, take Tylenol. And here we have the president telling people that can't fucking think for themselves, and he knows it because he turned Jeffries down and he turned Schumer down, but he goes out and tells libtards to not take the candy while pregnant. That was just I'm sorry. And I'm gonna say it because I will say when Meg is wrong. I still don't like changing the Gulf of America, but at least there's better reasoning. This was stupid,
Kind of was.
and
Kind
I'm
of
gonna
was.
say it. Sorry. That fucking hurt me because I know hundreds of kids are gonna be hurt now
Yeah.
because they're stupid. But for someone who's playing strategic chess, that was dumb as shit. All right, I'm gonna stop right there before fighting for the baby. So that's what you do?
Right. You got to fight for the baby. Stop the fight. Stop hurting the child. Yeah. It's strong.
It's like reverse psychiatry. I mean, how that's psychiatrist level 101. I love using that term. 101. It seems like so many are on that level. God help me. That was just
Buildings.
okay.
Thank you, Cash Patel, and all the FBI for all those arrests.
Anyhow, what was it about Macron? You were telling me about Macron, the French president.
Oh, he could. They wouldn't let him cross the street in New York City yesterday or last night because Trump's motorcade was coming through. I guess him and a bunch of people were walking down the street. You know, how people are. They stop and take pictures with the guy, and how weird.
It it's
Weird.
um it's not a it's see it's coming out. What the administration did do. So I might yell about the babies, that really hurts. But what they are doing is teaching. they've taught now people understand what happened with Jimmy Kimmel, even the libtards, because Jimmy Kimmel got put back on, right? So now they understand the difference between the FCC, the business that is TV, and
Yeah.
don't know what that was about, and what Trump does. What?
Some guy flying an African flag
An African flag?
without the United States flag. Yes, that was an African flag. It was not Mexican. Definitely not a Mexican flag.
Flag, African flag is like blue and red, black and
Red and green.
red and green. Maybe.
I'll look up the flag and I'll let you know which one it was. I'll look up the flag, but yeah, today I'll do it.
Um.
It's
Okay.
crazy. So
The other thing I can't. I keep seeing the stupid devil sign. This is not the devil sign. Okay. Let me see if I have it. I think it's Dio. The devil horns. All right. This is sign language, right? This is sign language, guys. This is devil, Satan. That's sign language. Sign language is 200, 250 fucking years old. It's old. The devil
yeah,
horns, which is like that, was created by man that liked heavy fucking metal. It didn't surprise me that Black Sabbath was fighting over it with Dio, who I think most originally created the sign. It was created by a fucking musician, not believers of Moloch. Would
right.
you stop? Not only do I know ASL, but I love heavy metal. It's like, come on.
Two.
Did you really create me for this reason? Am I like well-rounded for this reason? I don't get it. Okay, so back in some Mediterranean and Italian beliefs, they would do this to spit on the what was it? You even I would even think um Sophia in Golden Girls probably did it. You know, they do throw the salt, it's all superstitious, and that's where I think Dio got it from his Italian grandmother. I forgot that story. I had to relook it up. It was she was doing something to put a curse, right? And it's not this again. It's not this, guys. It's this. Doesn't feel very good as a sign language goes, right? It's not a letter. This is not a letter. It's nothing. It's what they created is the devil horn. See, that's how they see it. It's not sign language. Sign language is 250 fucking years old or so. They even tried to make it a trademark. And they couldn't do it because people fought about who originated it within the heavy metal realm. I mean, I can't, but and I'm here sitting saying like, well, projections are real. Charlie Kirk is still alive, but people believe in the devil horns. I'm like, I don't know what's worse. I don't even know if I believe myself sometimes. I swear.
Yeah,
Are you at work?
I am just sitting here in the parking spot.
Um, Joe and I was talking earlier. I don't know why it came up some kind of racist thing. I don't remember what we were talking about originally, Joe, but I started telling
Yeah.
Joe about when my mother lived in Canada. She graduated high school and then she started working. Now I think her uncle and aunt were pretty well off that she lived with. I think they owned a small hotel or inn or something, but she went and worked in a college. She went and worked for the professor, like a certain professor's office. And they had to take a trip to Florida. driving from Canada. That's a long trip. Now, mom was born in 44, 54, 64. So I'm going to say this is around 1962, 63, 64. She couldn't have been, I think she married dad when she was 23. So it was definitely below that number. Okay. So at the latest 1965, let's say, they drove across Canada, New York, uh, you know, the New England states to the East Coast up. Um, they were able to rest a couple of times over there, a couple of inns, a couple of hotels. As soon as they got to North and South Carolina, they couldn't. Not because they were Canadian, because one of the professors was black. They couldn't find a place to sleep, so they had to stay in the car that night.
Very sad.
The point is, that doesn't happen these days.
No, it doesn't.
That's true racism. I don't care left, right. I don't care Yankees. I don't care.
Mhm.
Because the individual is what matters, not where you grew up. Well, being in the United States, I'm very proud to be born in the United States, but then I know what it's like for to have someone very close to you not born in the United States, including my aunts and my uncles. It's it doesn't happen now. In fact, what I'm trying to prove is that it stopped happening even in the early 60s in the North. It was the South that was still a little whatever, no Irish, no dogs, no blacks allowed. But nothing, it's changed. Doesn't exist. Joe, I feel bad. Are you late? Oh, you're not late.
No, I'm not late at all.
Holy shnight, high five, brother. A virtual high five, man.
Yeah, I got a couple minutes. So
With that being said, here's my other story about my father, who was born in 1935. So I think he was in high school or maybe the first year of college, because I know by the second or third year he started teaching when he was in college. He was like 21, very young. And or 20 or something. And he worked in a hotel again. I don't know what this is with the hotels, but he worked in a hotel. I don't know exactly what he did. Maybe he was the door, I don't know, door hop or I'm not exactly sure, but there was a coworker who was a couple of years younger than him. So high school, maybe 16, 17 years old, white kid, right? They're both white. I hope my dad's white. Otherwise, we'd have a problem here. Um, this is gonna sound freaking racist, but I don't give a fucking like shit what you think. I'm sorry, it's very early in the morning. I shouldn't be cursing. It's not racist because dad told me the truth. This is what happens. Okay. So his fellow worker was not as this young kid, 16, 17, wasn't as lucky. And you got it, my dad tells stories very well. He tells stories, the expressions, the way he speaks. Dad was meant to be a teacher, right? And he's telling this looking down because this is a young kid who died from stealing a bit of something like fruit, whatever the hell it was. He stole. He was working with dad. He was probably making a little bit of money, but maybe it wasn't enough. Maybe he just picked up an app. I really don't know the whole story. There are some things that he wasn't gonna let out, I guess. Now, okay, so 35, 45, 55. This is about 1953, 52 or 53. Black cop, black police officer in New York City, my racist friends, saw this young white boy steal a piece of effing fruit and shot him dead. It was the first wake my father ever went to. Was a
Wow.
17-year-old that a black cop shot for stealing nothing.
Wow. Wow. It's sad. Hey, I gotta go.
Yes, sir.
Peace out, man. Take care, everybody. Love
I
you.
know, it looks so sad.
Give
I
us a
know. I don't
like.
want it to be sad.
Bye.
Sell some cars, my brother.
Alrighty. Bye bye.
I'm not saying this to be racist. I'm saying what the fuck happened between the time that my father, and this was in the papers, guys. This was in the newspapers. There's no denying it. Okay? That my father saw a black police officer shoot a young white kid dead. And the time my mother drove across the east side of the US and couldn't sleep in a hotel over here because they had a black professor with them. What happened? There's something not right. This is from my own family. I ain't gonna deny it. No, 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 no. My father would tell me everything. And he wasn't being racist. He didn't say anything about, he just said it was a black cop. And I'm like, oh, because I was pretty young when he told me. I didn't even think anything of it because, I'm born and raised in New York. There's Spanish, there's black, there's Chinese cops. Didn't think anything of it. But yes, it makes a difference when you're thinking of the time, the genre, the generation. What happened between 19, say 53 and 65? It was so fucking different from the north to the south. Nobody ever drove from the north to the south. Hell, I would do a horse all the way if I could. I'd be riding, trotting that horse all the way. Even take me days camping with that horse. I don't get it. Something's wrong with history. There's a couple other things. I don't know. I don't know if I want to show you guys this. This is like, it's really difficult. How about Charlie Kirk? What you guys are missing, even the conspiracists. I'm finding out more and more conspiracists are seeing it now. What? All right, okay. I got Hawkeye and the kitten. Okay, which is great. Let me see. Um, John's flying. Yeah, I don't know. Should I share this? You know, guys, please, there's at least realize that there's things that are wrong. There's so many things that can fool the eye these days. It's a fact. There are so many things. I mean, um, I couldn't do it with by myself, but if I had a computer generated picture, I could draw 3D, copying off that picture. And you would swear, and I've seen people do it. I mean, you have the sidewalk guys, they do it. Why would you think that nothing else can be done? Why would you think right away? If you have, okay, it would be one thing if you have like 50 or 60 nut jobs like a Candace Owens saying, oh, this is happening, that's happening. But when you have like hundreds of thousands, almost millions of people saying something's wrong with Charlie Kirk's death, then you got to question it. Right? You got Marines and snipers, and I've seen them all, people that are totally not awake saying there's something wrong. This guy, I think, is a Marine. I hate sharing this shit. I really do. I'm like freaking out, but I mean, I don't know what else to do. Come on. There's just too much. There's just too much. And uh let's see. Let's see this. I mean, this is I hate guys, please. This is a disclaimer. Do not watch if you cannot take it. But this is the best I have seen so far. And this is from a Marine. Um, it's still up. He thought it would be taken down. This is about 3 days old, 4 days old. I said in the very beginning, why didn't I see anything? Didn't see, you usually see, and you could see it here. It's very, very, but you could see it. There's a trace of something moving. I didn't see it in 50 times that I watched him. And if you only watched him once or twice die, I'm sorry for you. Because you can't take it? Well, sorry. They're trying to teach you that they can fucking um get you right in front of your face, that they can trick you and fool you right in front of people. It's magic. Have you ever been to a magic show? What's his name? Oh, what the hell was his name? David. Can't remember his name. He took his name from somewhere else, anyhow, but he made the whole he's a pedo! God, what's his name? He made the whole Statue of Liberty disappear with lights and art trickery. Holographics is lights. If any of you watch Star Trek, you would know. That's all it is. Tell me something wasn't under this kid's shirt. Watch.
Not counting gang violence.
The Matrix is a system, Leo. That system is our enemy.
What?
You look around, what do you see? Businessmen, teachers, lawyers, carpenters. The very minds of the
Fucking
people
timer
we're
on the
trying to
thing.
save.
So he knew when to follow.
You have to
Work with all
understand,
holograms.
most of these
And they're
people
actually
are not
holograms.
ready to be unplugged. And many of them are so inert, so hopelessly dependent on the system, that they will fight to protect it. Are you listening to me, Leo?
He did not bring the shit off with no effing vest, and
Did
there was
we
no
see
effing
a
vest that
muzzle
he was
flash?
wearing. I'm sorry. I've seen it, like, I've
It is
watched
in
it
slow-mo in
a
case you missed.
number of times. I am a fucking experienced artist. Very experienced.
Keep your eye on these.
Where the red circle is, as the
Oh God. And they go on and on. There's so many more. So many more videos. You guys have to wake up. That's why they're trying to teach you. You learned about the FCC now, right? You have to learn, again, that the military, right? Very, 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 very advanced. Hey, okay. Wonder who put out Tylenol. Right? I mean, nothing makes sense. No, not even in our timeline. It doesn't make sense. I'm glad everybody's crying, though. Get it out. Get out all those tears. Because they're happy tears now. And I don't think Charlie Kirk would want it any other way. We're going to be saving these children, although I'm still upset with whoever told Trump to come out and say this was beyond, like, what? What? I mean, I can't believe simple mistakes like that are happening. I would have told you off the bat, no, Trump, please don't. No, step aside, sir. You know what? You have somebody like me come out and say it. That might even be better. But to have why not get somebody on the left to say it? How many babies are going to be sick? God help me. People are that stupid. Do we really have to learn by sacrificing more children, though? That's where I draw the line. That's where I draw the mega line. No, that's why there's some things like I will not sit back on, and babies are one of them. I don't care if the libtard is a mother. I don't care if they think vaccinations are okay and that the earth has 10 solar systems and 5 fucking. I don't care what they believe. That baby has no position in the world yet. All right. I think I said enough. So, um, I don't know if you guys heard Joe. It didn't come out that great. He had said to Cash and the FBI, thanks for all the wonderful arrests that have been made. Of course, he was being sarcastic. But I gotta go and look again and see if I could like fix it up a little bit because I like to make those into shorts because it would be a good short because yes, we are being sarcastic, but you gotta understand, like I'm playing double. I'm playing double roles because triple, quadruple. I don't know how many roles I play because I try to wake people up on so many different levels. I mean, there are conspiracists that are probably even higher than me that just don't understand certain shit. I'm like, no, 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 that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make, and if it doesn't make sense, it cannot or is not going to be true, most likely. And I'll wake, I hint to my friends in New York. Hint. From that to blurting out, I believe Erica Clark was a man about 10 years back. Guys, you have been fucking fooled yet again. And I'll show you. This time I will get it together. I have so many. I have so many that I do like this, but like you wouldn't believe, like when I hear things, I'll check it out. Like Baron Kirk being Baron Kirk, listen to me. Baron Trump being who did he say? Oh, Elvis's son. Heard that one. Mel Gibson. Who is Mel Gibson? Mel Gibson was playing somebody. Oh, Mel Gibson is playing RFK. Like I can see it. There are certain similarities, but it's really good to have an artiste look at it, triple check, quadruple check. Because that's what I do. I don't look at shit once or twice and say, well, I made my decision. And lots of times I'll talk to other people before making the decision. There's nothing wrong with that. There are people that know information. You gotta cherry pick of which is true. There's something wrong. Daddy's gonna be home soon, Hawkeye. You wanna say goodbye? You wanna say goodbye to people on come here. He's like, what? What? Oh my guys. You good boy? Yeah, he's the best puppy in the whole wide world. He has more anxiety than I did. No, Daddy's not home yet. He's in the air. Oh, you see that also? Bataka! Airport, flying, airplane, flying. It does. That's the sign language for airplane. Things happen in my life. There's no coincidences. I swear to you guys, I love you all. I swear, I can't make this shit up. And Q, please directly tell us by now what we need to be doing. Some things are just not working. I don't know what else to do. Run out. And where are all these people on? I don't know where all these people are. Even Rumble has quieted down. Where's our help? What are you guys up to? It's true. It's been very quiet. But guys, realize what you're getting on your YouTubes and your feeds and your platforms. Watch them closely. They're telling you. They're telling you what to study. Massive AI interference where people think it's bad. It's not. They're telling you. They've been telling me for a fucking long ass time. I'm not lying. I have no reason to lie. It's got to be because I'm always headed in the right direction before most other people. Now, how is that possible? And I could prove it. If I couldn't prove it, that would be one thing. But for those who even know me, will probably even say, yeah, that's true. How the hell can that happen? Well, there are others like me too. I'm not saying I'm alone. All right, guys. Love you, bye. You say goodbye? He says woof.